Did we? Alright, this is Brainfood Roundtable number 4 on The Truth Speaks. I'm gonna warn you now, this is probably going to go in every direction imaginable. Today we have Barry Prince. Are you with us, Barry, or did I lose you?
I'm here.
Ken Enns? Ken, did I lose you too?
No, I'm here.
Good. Good. No loss of Skype connection at the beginning of the show. Good. We're already doing better than my last interview. And yep, and Steve. So Barry, you're going to be a government agent for this show, correct?
Well, I am a government agent, Dylan. I just disclosed to you guys that earlier tonight. I've been undercover now for about 6 months and infiltrating different alternative media and truth radio stations and providing interesting information for my buddies here in the office down at the NSA.
By the way,
tonight, I've been given permission by my seniors tonight because I've divulged my true identity now, that I can answer questions. So tonight I'm free to answer questions, Steve and Ken and Dylan. Anything you want to ask the government, I'll try and answer them to the best of my limits here. And if it's up on my screen that I can't answer the question, I'll let you know. Okay? Let's go ahead.
All right.
Now, one direction that this thing may go in is satire. Keep that in mind.
Oh, we're already there.
What do you mean satire? There's nothing funny about what we're going to discuss tonight, guys.
Oh, seriously, these guys can make it funny. Have you listened to our last roundtable?
I think we listened into that one, yeah. There was 4 of us actually listened into that one and made notes.
How many of you fell over your chairs?
Well, actually, a few of the boys at one point there thought it was kind of comical, some of the things you were saying, just the fact that you've hitting so hard and deep into some of the rabbit holes. It actually kind of shocked us a little bit. We were kind of looking at each other going, wow, they know about that and they know about this. It just goes to show you that, your internet there, that you guys think it's the greatest tool in the world, is actually having a little bit of effect on some of the dumbed down people in the world. I mean, the general population of the world. Next question. I'm here free. Any questions that come to your mind, guys, I'm here to answer them tonight on behalf of our government. We love you guys, and we're going to divulge the truth tonight. So fire away.
Ken, you got anything?
Yeah, I really do have a question for the NSA. Listen, I'm having a problem producing some receipts for like a tax return like 7 or 8 years ago. Can you guys help me out? Because, hey man, I lose these receipts and I need to know where I ate lunch at on July 23rd of 2008. Can you help me out?
We need that information, Ken. As a responsible individual in our society, it's up to you to keep track of that information. The only thing I might suggest to you is that you take a death and head down to Mexico. And once you get down to Mexico, make sure that you get some Mexican documents. They're not that expensive to get. And then just cross back into the border, cross back into the United States, and all that information, it's gone forever. And you just become a new citizen. We'll give you some welfare when you come in. We'll give you voting rights. We'll give you a driver's license. And as long as you vote the right way next time around, buddy, we'll get you on food stamps too right away. And once you're here, you're allowed to bring in 2,700 of your family members. So that's one of the avenues I would suggest you look into.
You know something, Barry? Thank you. I think you solved a whole bunch of problems for me. Se habla español, mi amigo.
Hey, you're already halfway there, Ken. You only need to know about 5 or 6 more words and you're across the line, man. Once you're in, you're in. It's like a cakewalk.
See?
You don't even have to cross legally, Ken. Listen, I'll tell you a little spot. Down by San Antonio, there's at kilometer 37 on the fence line there's an open spot about, I think it's 2 kilometers or something, guys were saying. And you can just walk right in. Walk right in. So look into that. I know a lot of your buddies are coming through there. or a lot of people I know are coming through there. So that would probably be the easiest access once you've got your death confirmed, which is easy to do. Just make sure it's done right, and or just disappear and come and change your identity, shave your head, grow a beard, maybe put some eyeliner on, make yourself look like a Mexican, and just cross in. Once you're in, Ken, nobody's going to ask any questions. We don't ask any questions at all right now. Just come on in, buddy. I'm telling you, it's easy. It's so easy. Well, I can't even tell you how easy it is. But
So,
I'm making that suggestion to a lot of criminals right now in the United States of America that are pointing with these same problems, and people that are trying to solve tax problems from 14 or 17 years ago. And they all seem to be agreeing it's a viable option. So there you go. We have a website too.
so I have a question.
Yeah, fire away.
What's the
I'm here to
purpose?
answer.
What's the purpose for letting all these people in?
Oh, well, wait a second. On my screen here, there are certain things I can and can't discuss. But if Mr. Obama has such an open heart that he feels it's time now for the United States of America just to open up the borders to everybody in the world. Whoever wants to come here for any reason, just come on in. And I praise him. I think he's just got such a big heart, man. I really do. That's the real reason behind it. Any other reasons are things you've heard. I mean, I can't discuss things like that, but I believe what Mr. Obama says is true. He's our leader. He's our he's he's a great guy. Shit, what can I say about him? His wife is, man, she's hot too, eh? Oh.
Okay.
Question. Did I answer that? That was the best I can answer to my ability. I do get things coming up on my screen, things I can't say and can say, but pretty well wide open tonight for more questions. Steve from down in Australia there, you got anything you'd like to ask the government of the United States of America?
No, not at this time. Not at this time, Barry.
Okay. Well, if you guys have got no more questions, I guess that'll be the end of the show.
Ken, do you have anything?
Boy, I thought you
Well, no. I was going to go off into a long rant. But I decided not to because.
Oh, please do.
Something. The real reason that the U.S. is allowing this flood of illegal immigrants to come into the nation is it's not what our government disinformation friend Barry says. It's really a whole lot simpler. Because I'll tell you what, here is what the problem is. The people who are against liberty and the people who are against freedom always take the long view. They're going to flood the United States with illegals of every stripe and every color. What they're going to do is they're going to flood the U.S. They're going to make it so it's a hodgepodge of crap. Oh no! Wait, was that your truth alarm going off?
No, that was our beeper here. The guys are telling me to hit the button here, but go ahead, Ken. We're gonna try.
No. We're gonna flood. We're gonna take the long game, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of these refugees from all of these fouled up countries. Now, they escaped their countries because they didn't have the will to change their own countries. We're going to bring them here, and what they're going to do is they're going to change the United States into their fouled-up countries. And that is what's going to happen. And you watch. It's already happening. It is already happening, people.
Especially with you guys over at the NSA.
Well, that's interesting stuff, buddy.
Hey, no. Why don't you look? Why don't you look at the border states? Why don't you look at the border states and see what is happening? You know something? I'm going to tell you something. Not too long ago, I was in the job hunt. I was trying to find a job. I was out of work. I was down to my last, nickels and dimes, and there came up a job. I was perfect for it. I had all the skills they need, everything. There was only one problem. I didn't speak Spanish. Now, I was trying to work in a company here in America, and last time I checked, English was the official language of the United States. And the reason given to me was that everybody in the company was bilingual. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, if everybody in the company that needed my skills, if everybody in that company was bilingual, don't you think they could have managed to speak to a guy who was talking English? Or do you think that perhaps the company was manned by mostly illegals? You draw your own conclusions. I drew mine. Oh yeah, and by the way, I didn't get the freaking job.
Well, I hope that it went to somebody that needed the job there, Ken. That's all I can say. I'm sorry to hear about the bad luck. I'll look into that issue for you.
Well, yeah. I think some dude who came across the border a week after I did.
Yeah,
I think he got
yeah,
the job.
yeah. I think he needed a little bit of training. He knew how to turn the computer on, and they were going to train him from that point on.
See,
But
Ken, you're not looking at the positive side of this. This is an opportunity for you to learn a new language.
Yes, it
exactly.
is. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Think about that, Ken. Are you prejudiced? Huh?
Uh, yes. The answer to that is yes, and I'm not ashamed to say yes.
Okay, well, listen, guys. I unfortunately have some pressing issues to take care of here, and the government agent is. I gotta go now. But thanks for giving me time tonight to answer some questions, and I hope I put some peace in your mind. Everything is well in our government. Contrary to anything you hear, everything is fine. The economy is stable. It's growing. Our unemployment numbers are down. We have another war started. The Dow Jones jumped again yesterday. As soon as we started bombing Iraq, the Dow Jones jumped. Guys, think about that. Wow. I mean, look at all the positives we're doing for the economy right now. So all I can say is just stay home and watch TV, and you'll get all the information you need.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Awesome.
make sure to go out and purchase a TV at the first available moment.
Yeah, please do, and please get the newest models, because we do now have security measures, TVs built right in for your safety, where we can, when you're out of the house, the TV automatically senses that nobody's home, and the camera comes on and monitors the house for home invasions. So please go and get the latest models, the flat screens, the brand new ones. They're pretty cool, guys.
Alright, Barry.
All shit. We always think of you guys. Every day of the week we think of you. And we just want to make sure that you understand that. Thanks again for having me on tonight, guys. And I'm going to leave now and talk to you guys later.
Barry, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, well, I figured that would last a little longer. So,
Oh, well, Barry doesn't want to be associated with people like me. That was kind of clear.
sometimes I wonder if I want to be. But,
Oh, well, you may want to question that association even more. Barry's got good sense.
and I don't.
You're not yet, no. It'll take you a few years.
Alright, so,
I'm back, guys. I did the government agent part for you tonight. Now I'm back with the real Barry. The real Barry is back. That was just a joke, you guys. Anybody listening out there, I'm not really a government agent.
okay,
The humor into the conversation tonight, but lots of other things we can discuss.
to all the trolls that will use this sound clip and say that I'm a shill, please don't be an idiot.
Okay, first thing, guys, Sunday at 3 p.m. on Shake and Wake Radio, I'm going to do a show with a gentleman that has been exploring the west coast of Vancouver Island, the Queen Charlotte Sounds, Georgia Straits and Devastation Sounds, and I'm going to be joined by a couple other people, and we're going to discuss what's happening to our waters off the coast of BC here.
So,
There's information going, so I wanted to get that out to people, anybody who's listening at all.
absolutely. Barry, I have a question about the network. When is our schedule starting? Because
17 Friday night.
right,
Time.
but are we gonna have roundtables that whole weekend, or are we going
No.
straight to the scheduled shows?
We'll be going into scheduled shows on Saturday. Friday
Okay.
night, we're going to be doing a roundtable for 3 to 4 hours. Anybody can call in. It'll be open lines. And we're just going to get everybody in there that's involved in the network. There's a pile of people on the list.
I will be there.
Well, it's going to be a pile of people joining. Apparently, Ed and everybody that's said they're going to be hosting shows is going to be joining us on Friday night. So should be a lively conversation.
Well, I just
Be on
wanted
there,
to.
guys, live.
I just wanted to make sure because my shows are scheduled for Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you'll be running shows next weekend, so you can figure on it.
Okay, that means I gotta think of a topic.
Well, yeah, if you're doing 2 shows a week, you better be thinking about it a lot and getting some guests lined up, putting feelers out.
I have a guest lined up for Wednesday, but no one for Saturday.
Well, I'm sure if you put feelers out, you'll find somebody. Depends what you want to talk about. You must have made connections already through the internet.
A couple, yeah. I wonder what would be a good topic to discuss for my first show.
Well, I don't know. You're going to have to kind of come up with that yourself. What's pressing your brain, eh? What do you like to talk about the most?
Oh, you guys over at the NSA. The NSA is the issue that got me into all this, so it's kind of...
There sure isn't a shortage of things to discuss right now. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
There's crap going on right now on our planet. It's mind-boggling.
The NSA is not the NSA is not the big problem. The NSA is just a symptom, man.
Oh, I know
the
that.
NSA is just a symptom.
Oh, I know
the
that.
disease is much greater.
What's the...
You know,
in your opinion, Ken, what is it?
the disease is the lack of personal freedom and the lack of liberty that is in this country. I'm going to ask you, you know something? I want to give you guys a very real demonstration of something. You know, 25 years, 30 years ago, you could be in San Diego, and you could be in a wonderful, thriving community. You could just travel a few miles south of the border and be in Tijuana, and there you would see people begging on the streets. You could go to El Paso, Texas, and you'd have a wonderful, thriving economy. You would go across the border to Juarez, and you would see people begging in the streets. The difference is not in the people, because the people had the same composition. Okay, and the people had the same desires and the same needs and the same wants, and you know, the same goals in life. The only difference between on one side of the border and the other side of the border was that one side of the border had more liberty and one side had more freedom than the other side. And that was the only difference between El Paso and Juarez, and that was the only difference between San Diego and Tijuana. And you'll see that what we're looking at now, is a showdown between people who want freedom and liberty, and people who want, I guess, slavery to their government, which is what the people in Mexico have.
But that may be itself a symptom, Ken, because it goes even deeper. You know, the disease may be even further down the line, and it may be described as apathy. And the people of, in willful ignorance, that's how you lose your freedoms.
Absolutely. Absolutely right, Steve. It's people that don't care because they believe they can have everything without caring. And that's not how it works in the world. And I have learned that at 15. I'm amazed other people don't learn it.
Boy, that's quiet.
For some reason, people get quiet when I talk, and even after they're still quiet. I don't get it.
Well, I don't think it's anything that you should be worried about. Maybe
Oh,
people
no.
get stuck for things to say sometimes.
Oh, yeah, people get their...
So there's a million things we could discuss tonight. There's 1,000 things that we could talk about right now. But most of us have gone down these rabbit holes. I mean, I don't know how many people out there are listening and how many rabbit holes they've gone down, but there's a pile of stuff going on right now.
So...
And most of it is designed to keep us distracted.
I'm going to start putting it out there now, Ken, if that's cool, for people to, so that people can start joining into Brainfood and we can start making these more lively, more active conversations.
And turn it loose, man.
All right.
You're the boss.
Well, I mean into the Brainfood Skype group.
And turn it loose, man.
All right, just wanted to make sure, Ken. You and Steve and Barry have been in Brainfood longer than I have.
Yeah, turn it loose, man. If those people have the stones to stand up, let them be counted.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, we don't pull punches here. I mean, seriously, man.
No, trust me, they don't. They do not hold back for anyone.
If somebody wants their eyes opened up, they may want to come here. After they've exhausted the Alex Jones route, after they've exhausted that David Icke route. I mean, seriously.
And Brainfood has a tendency to put out the weak from the strong.
That's right.
Absolutely.
The weak will perish, the strong survive.
The week won't last 20 minutes.
No, they get their asses kicked.
Yeah, you gotta be strong.
Or they get an education.
Or they get an enema. They get a
Let's call that a cerebral enema.
Nice save.
Oh, man.
And
no, man.
Ken...
go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna ask you anything. I'm just saying Ken is one of the most normal people that you'll deal with in Brainfood.
You're saying that I am more normal than Steve?
Yes.
Yes! I win, Steve.
That's unfair.
You owe me $5.
I've only been here for about 2 weeks now, I think.
Oh, man. You poor guy.
Hey, congratulations. Most people don't last that long.
No way. I'm serious, though, man. Whenever I get started on the subject of liberty and freedom, people mostly just turn off or tune out or whatever it is because...
So, Ken, can I have the people who want to join Brainfood contact you on Skype? Is that cool?
Yeah, you can actually just add them yourself, man.
I thought I had to be an admin.
No. You can add them. You can add them.
There you go. Good info, guys. I was just talking to a group in Vancouver, and we now got a sponsor for Rick Simpson's tour of British Columbia for next year. So, good news. I'm going to be traveling around DC again, having fun.
Cool.
Oh, hemp oil. Yes.
Rick Simpson.
Yes.
I wish I
we
want
like
to.
the hemp oil.
I've never gotten the chance to talk to Rick. It would probably be an interesting show if I could get him on.
Yeah, he's got lots to say. He's got quite a story and lots of testimonials and lots of links to go to. And the guy's been a warrior for the last 12 years, 13 years of his life. But I've talked to Rick already once or twice now, probably twice. We've had a good conversation about doing another tour of DC. And I got a group down in Vancouver, Jim Harrison and a couple other boys that want to put up the money for the tour and get everything lined up, pay all the expenses, give them some money for coming. But this time we'll do a tour of all of British Columbia, but we'll spend probably 5 or 6 days in the lower mainland, Vancouver, Victoria, the island, where a lot of support is, and try and cover the whole province. So that sounds pretty cool. I'll do that phone call. Get a step away.
Sounds really fun.
Well, last year I did it, Dylan. I traveled all over BC with Rick, 2 old hippies going down the highway in an old motorhome. It was hilarious, man.
Sounds like Anchorman.
No, it sounds like Cheech and Chong.
It was Cheech and Chong, Dylan. It really was, because we were both a couple of old pot-smoking hippies, you know, driving down the highway in a motorhome, going to tell the world about hemp oil. And it was a cool trip, man. I got to go all over British Columbia. I drove 4,800 kilometers in 15 days. And we stopped at 9 different cities. This time it'll be a lot bigger. And now that I've got a sponsor behind it, boy, I'll be talking to Rick on Sunday, and we'll start booking dates and playing with numbers and get it all lined up a long time in advance and get it all advertised in 3 or 4 months in advance and do it right. Should be fun.
Well, you can on Skype.
That's a program for Nick. Hey, chance to drive around British Columbia. It's worth organizing the trip just for another chance to drive around the province. Places I haven't seen in 30 years I saw last year. So that was pretty cool.
And Rick is an amazing guy.
Yes, he is. And I'm glad I got to be friends with the man. And now, chance to do another tour around BC with him. It'll be a riot, guaranteed. We had a blast the last time. So, anyways, that's next summer, guys, and I'll keep you posted. And like I said, Friday night we fire up Shake and Wake Radio. Boy, there's something you guys gotta take a look at. Go on the internet. Find our website, Shake and Wake Radio, and we'll be posting all kinds of shows and information on that network. We've got quite a few really great hosts lined up. I don't know exact numbers. I think we've got 12 or 13 hosts now.
This will be a great network. You can come check any of us out. I'll be on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Ken, don't get angry at me for not using GMT.
Okay, what's GMT?
I have no idea. Ken,
that's the other time, so where Ken lives.
Yeah.
Where do you live? Where do you live again, Ken?
Me? I live in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, that's New Mexico.
You betcha, yeah. I'm about 200 miles away from the Colorado border. I could probably just drive there, pick up some weed, and come home if I felt like.
Yeah, but you'll pay through the nose for it, man. Did you hear what they're charging for weed in these dispensaries in Colorado, man? Ludicrous amounts of money.
Sadly enough, it's been quite a while since I've smoked weed. I really feel cheated.
Well, I think you're depriving yourself, but that's another conversation you can have another day. I tell you, buddy, I got alcohol in my life 32 years ago, and that was the best thing I ever did. Got away from the booze. That's a terrible, destructive drug. But it's widespread in our community, of course, and accepted, promoted by the government, endorsed by the government, because they make billions off it, man. Billions. People in jail.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Court system. Then they get to sell cat. They're involved in the funeral businesses, so they get an increase in casket sales. They're involved in the casket manufacturing business, so they get a bonus there. Man, it's a win-win-win-win. I mean, never take alcohol away. Great stuff. Well, we only lost 78,000 people last year in North America to alcohol. Just the price of doing business. There was
So,
a guy killed by marijuana. There was a guy killed by marijuana in 1973. They were unloading
Oh,
no, they were unloading a truck of it, and a bale fell off. It was about a half-ton bale of hemp fell off the truck and landed on the guy and killed him. It was 1973.
oh, damn. You see,
Yeah,
pot kills.
it's pot killed, but it's the gateway drug. Obama will tell you.
Well, if that is confirmed, it would be the first recorded human death attributed to him.
Well, Steve, I thought it was a prank when I first heard about it, but I actually did look into the research, and it is actual fact. They were unloading raw hemp off a truck, and a bale fell off and landed on one of the workers and killed him. It broke his neck and killed him. So,
Hemp kills.
yeah, like as Obama and all these people are telling you, hemp kills, man. It's terrible, all this stuff. I think they should bring back Reefer Madness, Give it some mainstream coverage again. That's a great movie, man. True documentary. What do you guys think?
Oh, I've watched it a couple of times, Barry. I think it's a very entertaining film.
I know, it's a cult. It used to be a cult movie in Toronto. We used to go to the 99-cent Roxy on Greenville. And Friday nights, everybody would watch Reefer Madness, and there's a little bit of odor in the theater. I don't know what they were smoking. I forget the name of that stuff, but anyways, it was quite an experience. One week it was Reefer Madness, next week it was the Rocky Mountain Horror Show.
Oh, yeah, they were smoking that wacky tobacco, weren't they?
Yeah. I did try it once, Ken. I got it. I did try it once.
You know something? You know it was really telling?
I hate to say that on the radio because there's youth listening, and I have an influence on the youth out there by saying that. And I know that I have a wide fan base all over the world, and I sure don't want to influence the youth the wrong way.
Well, look, okay, guys, I have to admit, I did try it once too, but I did not inhale.
Me too.
Really?
Steve. Me too.
Oh, wow, you guys missed out.
I did it because I wanted to know what it tasted like and what it smelled like in case I was ever exposed to it again. Somebody tried to slip it in my drink or something, and I'd know,
And I also did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I woke up once beside 450 pounds of flesh after taking 4 Valiums and drinking 6 beer.
okay, this conversation took a turn.
450 pounds of flesh. That's like 3 women. You lucky dog.
Have you ever seen a guy run down the street with his clothes in his pants? Oh, man. I don't know what happened that night, guys. That's one night in my life I'm glad I do not remember. Because I don't know how I ended up where I did. But it was a changing experience, believe me. That was one of those experiences that tell you, not going to do that again. Anyways.
Well.
Where are we going, guys? Let's talk about anything. Let's talk about Fukushima. Let's talk about GMOs. Let's talk about vaccines. Let's talk about Ebola. Let's talk about Ebola. What's going on with Ebola?
I don't know what's going on with that yet.
Ebola killed Robin Williams.
Wow. Really? Cool.
Or no, maybe it was the fear of Ebola. I don't know. I forget.
You know that Robin Williams was actually starting to say some pretty detrimental things about the people behind the curtains just prior to his death. Eh? Did you guys know that? I've been looking into a little bit about it. There's some stuff coming out that's kind of interesting where he was going all of a sudden. 2 hours before he died, then they made an announcement on BBC. He was doing a show on BBC talking about suicide. 2 hours before the announcement.
No, I wasn't.
No, it was on a BBC show.
It was on Family Guy, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I saw that.
Britnor, and he saw it somewhere else too. I thought it was on BBC, the show. Maybe it was that show was broadcast on BBC or something. But Rick was talking about it today, and you were talking about it earlier too, Dylan. What exactly is going on behind the scenes there, and what was going on inside that guy? Or maybe he just took too many antidepressants. Who knows?
Yeah,
Those things will make it.
I think I think it was legitimate. I think he legitimately killed himself.
Well, all I can really say about that is if this was his first attempt, I have to congratulate him on being successful, because people who try it or people who attempt it and they fail, well, that's kind of loser material. At least he tried it and he was successful, and I won't take that away from him. I think that's kind of admirable. I mean, no, seriously, no, seriously. I'm not being facetious here, Barry. He picked the time. He picked the time of his own death, and you know, maybe he was going through some, personally. He had a wife. He had a child. I if it was me, I would find that those would be two compelling reasons to want to live. But for whatever his reasons were, he said, "Nah, I've had enough of this shit, and I'm out of here." And on his first try, he made it out. I think that shows a lot of conviction for what he was trying to do, and I applaud him for it.
And it just goes to show that it doesn't matter how many material goods you have, how much money you have. Happiness doesn't come from that.
Yep.
Oh, it's a good thing because I have none of that stuff.
Me neither. So there you go. I don't want it, man. Who needs money? What's money going to do when you pack it in? Give you a better coffin, deeper hole in the ground, more people at your funeral to fight over what's left?
Well, wait a second, Barry. I want the money now for when I'm alive, and then when it runs out, then I can do the Robin Williams thing. Do you understand?
Okay. So you just want to taste it for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd like to have a 70 CUDA, handy convertible CUDA in your driveway, and maybe a GTO for the weekend, and some top of 18-year-olds cleaning your house for you, kind of thing.
You've been reading my emails, haven't you?
I just kind of got you pegged, kind of figured out what kind of individual you are.
Something, yeah. Something.
I can just imagine what you do with it.
Something tells me Ken would enjoy that.
Well, I would enjoy it for a while, and then when the money ran out, I would stop enjoying it, and then I would probably take the Robin Williams way out. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, at least the guy lived and died on his own terms. Or maybe something happened. Maybe something happened where he wasn't living on his own terms anymore, and he decided to check out. Is there something so wrong about that? I don't think so. He was the master of his own fate. I mean, that option is open to all of us when you think about it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Not an option I would take, man. Life is precious. You only get one.
Not at this moment. Not today. You wouldn't.
Hey, I've been through some deep depressions in my life, and I've hit bottom a couple times, Ken. And we all at one point in our life go, "Wow, I think we just need to check out of here."
And Ken,
I've even gone through it.
Do you know why a lot of people fail, Ken?
Because they are wimpy wussies who can't do nothing right.
To be successful, you have to have courage and determination, and a lot of triers don't have that.
Oh, they are so weak. They are so weak.
And with that, everyone gets silent. That was awkward.
I mean, if you're gonna try to cancel your own ticket, at least do it right. For Christ's sakes. It's the one thing you have really no say as to the moment of your conception. You have no say as to the moment of your birth. You have no say actually in many, many, many parts of your life. But at the point where you check out, he took control. He said, "Hey man, I'm checking out. Goodbye."
We
I
met.
just read a word on ISIS, guys. Pretty cool. ISIS now controls 13,000 square miles of land, has $2 billion in assets, has approximately 50,000 fighters fighting for them. Isn't that cool?
Oh, it's the best enemy that money can buy, Barry.
It is.
Wait a second. Are they hiring?
They are. They're looking for mercenaries. They're looking for computer people. They really need computer people, Ken. It's posted right
I'm
here.
in. I am submitting my resume now.
Okay,
Yeah.
just go to www.isisruletheworld.com.
Ken,
I'm there, buddy.
Ken, you've worked for all the evil people in the world. You've worked for the government. You've worked for the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah, really, who are you, Ken? Really, what are you? You know?
I am your worst nightmare.
I believe that one, actually.
Yeah, really, are you really who you say you are? Or are you just sitting in here trying to be friendly with the guys to get inside our brains and find out what's really going on and put us on the list?
Although, Barry, let's be fair here. If Ken really wanted to get on the list, if Ken really wanted to get us on the list, he would be nice to us and not do all the things he normally does to us. He would try to befriend us, not earn our rage.
It's part of the image, Dylan. It's part of the image.
Nah. Besides, Ken's not smart enough for that.
You see, that's part of my cover.
I think he pretends to be a dummy, He plays part of the dummy.
There can,
I think
you can, you can pretend to be a dummy, but there comes a point where the facade doesn't work, and Ken has time and time again proven that he is not smart enough to be an agent. He would have blown his cover.
You realize that he's been training now for 17 years. 17 years he put into it. You know how many years they trained Obama? They only trained Obama for about 15 actual hard years where he was trained day in, day out, exactly how he's going to run the country when he became president for 15 years.
Barry, you just proved my point. We see through him.
Wait a second, guys. You're missing one option here. What if I'm a smart guy who's pretending to be a dumb guy who's pretending to be smart? You see, you didn't think this all the way through, guys.
Yeah, but you see, the audience cannot see what I'm seeing, Ken. And that is your Ken doll icon.
Right.
Oh man, I'm glad you specified that, Steve, because I thought for a moment there I had my camera on
and I was ask you, Ken, is there any way?
And then I was gonna have to put on some clothes.
That that doesn't really reflect. I don't know if that really reflects who you really are. That icon, and if it does, it would raise some questions in my mind if you play with Barbie and Ken dolls. But you might consider changing it one day. Put something different on there. We're getting a little tired of that one.
Oh no! Ken's finished with dolls, haven't you, Ken?
No,
Yeah. I'm finished with the dolls.
That
whole episode didn't work out for me. It was
really.
It's left me with some PTSD, I think.
It created a bunch of funny stories for our last roundtable.
Yeah, but I'm finished. I am totally finished with the blow-up dolls. I'm totally finished with that. That phase of my life is over. Okay.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Ken, you don't mind if we come in and investigate today? We need to know this for sure.
All right, but you're not.
Just work.
You're not gonna talk to the sheep that's in my living room, are you?
We just want to look in the closet and make sure that what you're telling us is the truth after the last investigation we did in your house.
That sheep is a liar.
Huh?
That sheep is a liar.
No, it's just misinformed. It's just misinformed.
The stray animals that are in my living room. There's nothing going on there. I'm just, kind of well, let's call it a petting zoo, if you know what I
Oh.
mean.
I like that.
Actually, it's
Sounds
a
your place, man. Where did you
heavy,
say you were again?
it's a heavy petting zoo, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you get me excited, buddy. I'm on my way. I'm booking my flight today.
Oh man, I'm joining. I'm coming over. This is too interesting. I can't.
You know, Ken, coming from anybody else, I wouldn't believe what you're saying. But coming from you, I kind of, I have my question, my doubts. Anyways, tell us about your petting zoo. What kind of animals do you have, Ken? What do you kind of fancy? I mean, take care of the most.
Well, you know something. That the best thing about a petting zoo is, all the children that come by, and we'll just leave that to the NSA's
Oh
imagination.
no.
Okay. But,
Oh
the
God.
sheep,
Ken.
the sheep is,
No.
I
Ken.
love
You
the
have
sheep.
from too, eh, Ken?
I love my sheep, and
Eh,
well, the llama.
Oh God.
The llamas.
Ken.
Well,
Ken.
llamas take a lot of care.
Ken.
Llamas take a lot of care, but they are worth it because let me tell you, when you earn the love of a llama, oh my, you've got a friend for life. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know
Ken.
what, Ken? I suggest you try pot-belly pigs, eh?
Hey, Ken.
You know something? I've heard some very, very good things about pot-bellied
I
pigs.
have,
They're
I have
very
two.
intelligent. They're very intelligent. They're very clean animals.
Ken,
All right.
you took it too far with that kid comment, I think.
And very tasty.
Oh,
Oh my God.
you can make millions of dollars with a pot-belly pig, believe it or not. You can
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Steve.
$1.
Steve, are you host of the call?
I believe I am.
Can you call up 9 Fox?
Eddie Dana Dunford's online. Let me go talk to him for a minute. Maybe I can pull him in. Okay?
Alright.
You know the guy who's talking about the oceans?
Oh yeah.
Can.
Well, it beats me talking about pot-bellied pigs and my.
Let me talk to him.
I'm telling you what, a pot-bellied. When you find the right pot-bellied pig, I mean, they're good companions. They're very clean. They're very intelligent animals. I actually trained my pot-bellied pig to make me grilled cheese sandwiches, and then we would have mad, passionate sex,
Oh my God.
and afterwards it was great. Well,
I'll buy one. I mean,
and then the pot-bellied pig and I would sit around later and have a cigarette afterwards and talk about sports. And, well, it was really a bonding moment.
Ken, I think you might be going too far.
Yeah, well, I didn't go too far because I didn't mention my relationship with the pot-bellied pig kind of went south. It kind of went south when I lost my job one year, and well, we needed a Christmas ham
Oh.
and some bacon.
Steve, it's the one that just posted in Brain Food. Call that one because the one you just tried to call is his old account and it's useless according to him. Okay, Steve?
Yeah, just going through the technicalities.
Okay, Ken, are you still here? Barry? I don't even want to know what they went on hold for.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I just got a little bit emotional thinking about the pot-bellied pig and
Hey, Ken.
the Christmas ham, and it was really. I just became a little bit emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Ken, dude, I think you took it a little too far with that comment about the kids.
What, the kids? Well, I mean, when you're getting into a heavy petting zoo, I mean, you know,
Uh,
Look,
the
you know
the,
what?
the
I'm 21
kids.
years old and I still have no idea what heavy petting is. Can somebody elaborate?
no.
No,
I'm
we're
just
not
gonna
going to
Google
do that
it.
here.
I'm gonna Google it.
Let's say, all right. Let me just give you an example of
Oh.
heavy petting. Okay.
Uh,
Let's say you're with your with your favorite potbelly pig, and you guys are, you and your potbelly pig are kind of snuggling, and you're kind of, kissing a little bit, and then you get a little bit of tongue play, and then
Non-penetrative
eh,
sex, according to Wikipedia.
okay, there you go, there you go.
thank you. Thank you, Wikipedia. I did not want to hear the end of that.
All right, now that we got down to the bottom of that top, or the top of that bottom, depends on which side you're going from.
Alright, like I said at the beginning of the show, brain food is satire. We,
It is. It's like,
Oh, now you tell me.
I said it was satire at the beginning of the show, so don't give me that.
Hey, man, I'm talking to you about real life experiences.
Oh, it's a satire
you had sex
ending.
with a pig, Ken? You had sex with a pig?
You didn't even hear
Hey,
half
it
of it.
was it was consensual. Don't judge me.
Well, as long as the pig wanted it. I mean, it's not bad in Alabama. It's not illegal, at least.
Oh no, she was asking for it.
In Maine, bestiality is not a crime. Go figure. You might as well, come up here and have sex with pigs.
Ugh, man. I don't even get it with you. Can you...
Are a gross, creepy old man.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Guilty as charged. You're welcome.
Well, I'm a gross, creepy 21-year-old, so it's good to meet you, gross, creepy old man.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
he's been a gross, creepy old man since I met him. And probably long
I'm like
before that.
Eldritch.
Help me, please. I need to get out of here. This is starting to creep me out.
Oh, Christ, I was about to
You
leave
people
my
have got the
vibration
wrong
box.
impression of Ken. Ken is not like that.
He's far, far worse.
Steve, is that picture similar to the way you appear in real life?
Mm.
Sometimes, yes, it is. I'm, a little horrified by what I see around me.
That's good to know.
And sometimes I'm horrified by what I hear.
Well, that's because you're listening to Ken speak.
And right now you're searching eBay looking for a pot-bellied pig, aren't you?
Well, yes, the reference was quite interesting.
Yes, specific.
Oh, you sick animal.
No, that's the pig.
But if I could steer the discussion back to the subject of freedom that Ken was talking about before, and why people don't choose freedom,
Because it's too difficult.
and
Oh no.
dangerous. Freedom is really dangerous, guys.
Oh, freedom involves risks. I mean, if you're free to succeed in something, if you're free to succeed at life,
You're free
you're
to
also
die.
free to fail. You're free to fail. You're free to make mistakes. You're free to just do what you want.
I'm gonna.
Why would you choose the dangers, all those dangers of freedom, and having to take personal responsibility, when you can choose peaceful slavery and let the state take all the responsibilities?
The truth is, freedom in this day and age is a task. Whereas how being slaves is easy because it's not like, well, it's not like you're a slave, like a cotton-picking slave down south, mid-1800s. It's actually pretty easy work to be a slave in this day and age. All you have to do is sit on your ass, work, pay taxes, and do exactly what is the system wants you to do. So it's really not hard work at all. Whereas how freedom requires reading and action and,
And constant vigilance.
Which is something most people do not have and do not want to have.
No way. No, that's too much work. You feel sick?
Way too
Oh,
much.
go to a doctor, take a pill. You need to know what to think. Turn on your TV. They don't tell you what to think. You need to know where to go, who to talk to, where to be. Why don't you just go to your local policeman? Why don't you go to your local politician? You know? Why don't you talk to your neighbor who is totally brainwashed in this bullshit? Because that'll take every decision you need to make. It'll take it out of your hands. You're just following the crowd, going along, and just love it. Just embrace your slavery.
Oh,
Most people are not fit. Most people are not fit or suitable for freedom.
And you have to keep in mind, my friend, slavery is the act of being an indentured servant, if you will. Slavery is to work for free, for nothing in return but to serve another man. In this age, slavery has progressed to a whole new level, where you can work and you can actually make money, and you have this illusion of progress, when really you're only making enough, at least in this day and age, to feed yourself and pay your mortgage and have a few nice things. You want to call it slavery? I don't call it slavery. Not yet.
It's called free-range slavery, and it's much more productive and lucrative.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely right, Steve. Hey, Fox.
But you know, in the past, America had some great men, and one of them was Thomas Jefferson, who said, "I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery."
That is correct.
Yeah, who said give me liberty or give me death?
I think that was Ben Franklin, but I'm not
No,
sure.
that was Patrick something.
Patrick Swayze. Great actor.
Oh, yeah. In his movie Dirty Dancing, he said, give me Libby or give me Beth. No, wait. That was different.
That's correct, my friend. I'm glad that you're paying attention to the movie scene. Robin Williams just died recently.
I
That was
know.
actually one that affected my soul in a way.
Yeah, it slightly hit me hard too. I watched a lot of his movies. He was a good actor, not a great actor, but
Terrible comedian. He was an excellent actor. Have you seen the movie Good Will Hunting?
yes, that was fantastic.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. You don't like anything good, Ken.
He likes porn now.
Like I said.
He'd be all over it.
Okay, give me liberty or give me death.
Patrick
Has been
Henry.
attributed to Patrick Henry from a speech he made to the Virginia Convention in 1775.
Oh. Okay, so thanks. Thanks, Steve. It takes an Australian to school me on American history. Thanks.
No, it takes Wikipedia.
There you go. I was just going to say that. Thank you, Wikipedia, again.
I love Wikipedia. It's so helpful.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go to it for certain matters.
Statistically speaking, I don't know if it's a statistical fact, but I have heard it, that supposedly 35% of what's listed on Wikipedia is actually inaccurate. Not so sure, though.
Yeah, that's probably right.
As with all things on the internet, you need a well-developed bullshit meter.
That's right, you need to be You need to think objectively, my friend.
Yeah, where's Guy from Tejas to talk about being objective? Because that's one of his favorite topics.
No, that can't be one of his favorite topics. I hadn't heard him. I hadn't been hearing him speaking of objectivity until I had a long 3.5 hour long conversation with him about Ayn Rand and objectivity. But regardless, I think his focus is in the right place now.
Ayn Rand says a bunch of crazy things from time to time.
Well, that's the point, man. In her time, she was given many labels, my friend, but she was correct on many levels.
Yes, in some ways, but in some ways, just as everyone is, she was inaccurate.
Of course.
Gee, I hope you can edit out these.
No, these are live. These are completely unedited. I wish I could edit some of this stuff, because I would.
If I were you, I would try to find a way to edit out the whole having sex with pigs thing, because I'm not sure about this, but I think that your audience may frown upon that.
Oh, that's only because they've never tried it, though, hypocrites. You guys have always wanted to have sex with a freaking pot-bellied pig, but you're afraid to admit it to yourself.
Hey, come up.
I am just bringing it out into the forefront.
Actually, Fox, at the beginning of the show, I said this was going to be a satire. So, it's all good. Ken's whole pig bit can stay in. And if people don't like it, well, I said it was satire, and I said you might deem some of this offensive, but it's all satire, and it doesn't represent the network.
Oh,
So,
man, you know what? Bestiality aside, it's going to be a great show. It has been already. I'm not sure how long you guys have been live.
We've been live for about an hour.
Has there been much of this from Ken?
We spent about 20 minutes on this.
Oh dear, was it that long? I'm sorry. I will leave my bestial impulses at the curb.
Thank you.
Is that what y'all doing down in Albuquerque? Having sex with pigs?
I think it's a Ken thing.
We don't do it every day. It's not like an everyday thing. It's like, maybe on, it's like a Tuesday, you're driving home from work. You say, boy, I was thinking about bacon this morning. Why not just have sex with a pig tonight?
I know the Southwest is a dive, man, but damn. I didn't know it was that kind of dive.
That was sad.
Yes, well, reality can be sad sometimes, young Dylan.
Welcome to my world.
You're the one who keeps bringing it up, Ken. I think it's all your fault.
Well, I'm just saying it happens. Have you ever seen the movie Deliverance?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave it at that.
Wait. That was the one with the psychopathic pig, kind of like,
No.
No, what
You're
was it?
You're close, but no. No, Deliverance. It's from the 70s. It's from the 70s, Junior. You may want to go to your video archives.
I've heard of a movie called Necromantic. Necromancia, had like a stick of suicide pig.
When that guy puts the arrow through, and when Bert puts the arrow through that guy, I go, yes.
Oh, man. You know what, Barry? You know what I'm talking about. Deliverance.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
All right. Good movie, buddy. Hey, listen, we need somebody to do a sound check on our new station. We're going to do a test in 10 minutes. Can I get a volunteer?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go. Come on, man.
Okay, I'll send you the link here in a minute, Fox, and you tune into. We're going to do a test, and I want you to listen in. We're just doing a sound test. We're getting ready to go here in a couple days, so
Awesome.
we're just tweaking. Okay, so
Alright,
I'll
thank you. Send me a
I'll
link.
call you in a few minutes. I'll call you in a few minutes, Fox, or I'll give you the link on your Skype there in a minute. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. So, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. My nigga.
And that's how everyone in New Jersey sounds.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? Back in Minneapolis, you say my nigga to the wrong nigga, that nigga put a cap in your ass.
I give up.
I know. You see, Dylan? You see, this is how real life works. You want to do a round table, but you don't want the real round table consequences. Some dude's going to say nigga.
Oh, I don't care
Deal
about.
with it.
I don't care
Deal
about.
with it, dude.
Ken, I don't care about that. That mixed with your 20-minute spiel.
I'm sorry. I just got back from a friend of mine's place.
Hey, Fox, I just. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I just.
He had this wannabe gangster kid walk in, and all he would say was like nigga every 2 seconds, and I'm like, dude, nigga, how about you go to St. Louis and say nigga, nigga? Okay, I got that link. Where's the?
There. Can you go there in a minute, Fox? We're going to do a sound test, okay?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
Dylan, why don't you talk about something real? Why don't you talk about something real like the Ferguson, those riots in Ferguson? Huh?
I don't know much about that.
Oh, gee whiz, a cop shot a black dude.
Right, I remember that. But I don't know how. I don't know the current state of it.
Okay, so anyways, I guess over the weekend the cops shot and killed a black dude. All right, so the people there get a little bit upset and they hold a riot. Well, it started out as a peaceful march, which later became a riot. And then I believe it was yesterday or last night, the cops shot another black dude. I think the second black dude is a little bit tougher. I think he's gonna live.
Man, these guys are gluttons for punishment over there. Those cops want a riot.
Have any more details come out on the first incident where the 18-year-old died?
Well, I believe the cop's claim is, he was reaching for my gun. There was a fight, yada yada yada. And so the cop blasted the black dude. He died.
But there were eyewitnesses who have a different story, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, hey guys, I'm supposed to join into the sound check. So what I can do you guys want to go on a 15-minute break?
Sure.
Alright.
Not a problem.
I will put this call on hold. I will mute my mic, and we will be back. I'm going to give the warning again. Get your kids out of the room, because I don't know where this is going to go.
Okay, Mr. Radio Broadcaster. Good luck to you.
No, on your side. When we come back, get your kids out of the room for Ken and Steve, because they're...
Yeah, I'm back. You better hide your kids' virgin ears. Because we say dirty things in this room.
Things I'm not even prepared for.
Oh man, you don't know the half of it.
And I don't want to know the other half of it, Ken. Let's leave it.
The other half of it is
No.
Okay, you'll find out in time though. You won't have much of a choice.
Yeah, come on. Dylan has plenty of time to learn about these things. He's only a young man.
Oh, I know. Okay, so what have we been talking about? What's the consensus of the show? I mean, what are we saying?
We are saying this is complete satire.
Okay. Well, good.
For the first 10 minutes, we had Barry, the government agent.
Barry the what?
Government agent. He posed as an NSA agent to answer our questions. You're gonna have to go back and watch that.
Well, something unusual happened in outback New South Wales in Australia today. They experienced a 4.5 magnitude earthquake in a relatively geological stable area.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking a break. I'll be back. You guys.
A serious intellectual conversation begins. Dylan runs away.
Ken,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Join the Google Hangout and be the bridge because I'm muting my mic. I'm gone for about 15 minutes. So can you join our Google Hangout?
Well, it may be a good idea to conclude this particular recording.
I think that's the better idea.
All right, we'll do this again tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. This has been
Yeah.
Brain Food.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if Ken has hurt any of your children.
No. If I haven't hurt any children, those charges were never proved. Okay. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
I was acquitted.
Quick, end it quick.
I always kind of think about you, Ken.
Any animals were consensual, okay? And those charges were never proven.
No animals were hurt in the making of this recording.
No. The animals dug it. They were into it. Like, they were into me. Okay? It was consensual. And that stuff with the children, I'm telling you what, man, that was consensual also, all right? I don't care if they were like 10. They were into it also.
No. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, so, on that note, no children or animals were harmed during the life of Ken. Hopefully. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
No animals or kids were harmed by Ken.
Right. I mean, seriously, it was a petting zoo, okay? Why do you think old men open up petting zoos? What do you think we do with the animals when you kids aren't there? All right?
Oh my.
I'm just telling you. And what do you think we do with the children when the moms aren't looking?
And
what do you think?
No,
what do you think we do with the moms? All right.
Ken.
All right. I'm just telling you.
Ken, for God's sake.
Okay.
You're
going to stop recording?
I'm going to stop the recording. This has been The Truth Speaks, signing out. And remember, this is satire.